Previously on Good Tunes.
What's the funniest story that you have from tour? Like, what's the one that's like...
My God.
Same thing as me?
What are you thinking?
What was his name?
How about some tunes?
We've got some great tunes for you this morning.
Bang out a few tunes. Jay's movies just like his tunes.
Good tunes, good brew, good buddy.
Said I dig your groovy tunes, man.
I mean, Led Zeppelin didn't write tunes that everyone liked.
Hey, what happened to the tunes, man?
What are you thinking?
What was his name?
Greg, Steve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
what was his name?
Bleep that out.
That's always a good way to start the
I
story.
shouldn't
Oh,
actually
man,
have
I'm
started it
sorry.
like...
William.
No, but I'm sorry to
Bill.
too, but like because this is totally
Fucking
justified.
Alan, Chris,
Totally,
Brady.
this
I'm
is
trying to make it.
Ted.
We're gonna tear you a new
I'll
asshole.
try to make it quick. So,
We were walking down the
like how that
street.
snuck in there.
Yeah, he always sneaks it in there.
So
That's how rape works.
That's like duh.
I mean, unless you're really playing, like, I'm gonna do it. That guy's bold. I'm gonna hold you down and just take it.
Yeah.
I think people
I'm more
at
that
point-
guy. You're the more sneaky kind of guy.
You're just
With
This
that-
took a turn.
I
You're too
guess.
honest.
Luke.
I don't-
Chad.
I am.
Joe.
I
When I think
imagine-
about it, you're more sneaky at rape.
I imagine
Tom.
is somewhere right in the middle.
Kevin.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? So we were
Oh, yeah.
walking. This is the first night of the tour, and this was the tour that was just like I couldn't wait to.
We were all over
I
it.
couldn't
It was
wait
the first.
Lionel.
Fucked up Tom's whole mental.
Yeah, thanks, man. Actually, that might be why it all just took a huge
know.
downturn. So we pull up to this venue. This venue had tables and everything all set up. The stage could barely fit our drummer's kit, so we had to turn him to the right, like all the way, and it was just basically looked like a crooked riser. It was really
We
weird.
had to move all the tables.
Yeah, and he asked us to move them, so we were like,
had
for
to move
real?
the
So we were
tables
like,
as the band.
we'll do it, I guess, until someone starts coming out to like help. But like, why wasn't this already ready before the bands got here? You know, so it was weird.
Yeah.
All the bands dropped, and it was just a nightmare. In the back of the place where we had to bring the tables was like this like
It was disgusting.
moldy thing.
Wouldn't
that
have eaten
just-
food from that place if you saw what they
it
had back there.
Smelled so fucking bad. So we were like, we gotta leave and we gotta go find Brian like a drum rug like
Yeah.
this. Like we had to go find him something because he's gonna slide right off this thing.
Right.
So we went walking around and I was like, everywhere was closed. This was a Friday at like 4 p.m. We were like, why the fuck is everything but this one bar open?
Where is this?
This was in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania.
Well, that's why everything's
Do
closed.
not.
Doesn't sound very
it was
joyful.
not
Joyful.
joyful
It was the
by
complete
any
opposite.
means. So we're walking and I'm looking and sizing up like doormats, like people's doormats, because I'm like, I'll just take that and leave a note, like we'll bring it back, like because I would have brought it back at like 10 or whatever when we were done. So I was like, we just need to borrow it. And like, yeah, it's like no, I was eyeing them up,
I know.
and I was just like, all we need to do is just we'll borrow it and we'll bring it back. So we're walking down the street, and we see someone walking towards us, and he's by himself and just had like this little like those like manila envelopes or whatever, little folders.
Yeah.
And he's walking by, and we were kind of getting closer, but like trying to walk around him so he didn't have to move, you know, just being polite or whatever.
Yeah.
So we get to this corner, and he's like, just the band I've been looking for. And we felt bad because we were like, shit, like, because you know when you like feel like when someone's like, hey, what's up, man? And you can't remember how you met. Like,
Yeah,
No,
that
we-
was like when
we
you guys
thought
came
we-
here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just-
yeah, like when you showed up, like, who are these
Who the fuck
guys?
you people?
Well, we
Not who
thought
I
we
invited.
were
Oh, man, that's-
supposed to know him. Like,
Yeah, and
I
we
feel like
felt
I
kind of
mixed up the wrong face and the wrong name. This is
Yeah,
not the
shit,
people.
God damn it, Facebook. But like, I was just like, you know, I felt bad. So we were like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And he opens up this envelope, doesn't say anything, just opens it up. And there's a stack of photos of us, which was like,
Flattering but fucking
flattering,
creepy.
but like weird.
It's worse.
I've never experienced that in my life where someone just had photos of me printed out and was ready with like
Little does
It
he
gets
know.
old.
multiple.
you guys have them.
It gets
We
old.
do.
Oh, just wait. You probably have really embarrassing pictures of my awful haircuts from like 2007.
I think in one of
I'm
Yeah.
in no position to talk to anybody about hair, bro. That shit went by to me like right after high school. So
I think in one of the Through the Gray episodes, I put up a photo of, I think it was like me and Paul, like at the Brick Memorial High School or something, Brick High School or something, and I think
remember
like
they
you're
did
in the
shows.
back.
Really?
Yeah, you're
I
like
gotta
in the
s-
back.
I gotta see that.
I
Probably
want to see it.
hiding in the corner, like hiding from the pit. Don't hurt me.
I'm sure we're all in like a bunch of pictures that are floating around the internet that like we don't even know about. You know
It'd
what
be
I mean?
awesome to see some of them because it was. There's nothing really documented from that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get there, we see the guy, he opens the envelope, and you know, he was nice, very nice. Like, I'm gonna be at your show later. I've been waiting for you guys to come up here.
I've been waiting for
We're
you
like,
for
oh,
10
wow.
years.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you my whole
You have
life.
nice, you have
So
nice
we were
skin.
I wanted to play a game.
Yeah, do you want to? We wake up in a cell. How does this happen? But he was really nice, so we were like, okay, cool, man. Thank you for coming out. Like, we're stoked to see you later. Like, we're gonna go find a drum rug,
Oh, wait.
like, or whatever. So like we were about to leave. He's asking us to sign these things.
Then
so
he whips out a big blank piece of paper.
Oh yeah, that
was
one.
weird.
It was just a blank piece of paper, and I was like, he was
What do
like,
you
yeah,
want
can
us
you
to do with
sign
this?
that? And I'm like, do you want me to do it? Like write something to fill the space? He's like, no, I don't care.
Giant.
Just sign it. So I was like,
Fill out the
really giant
contract
piece of
later.
paper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Yeah,
too.
it was
So like
really
a check.
Right on the bottom. Right
Can
there.
you autograph this check?
We're broke. It's like, how did this happen? Damn it. But
Once
yeah,
you
it was
sign,
just
he's like, "Get him, boys!" Shit.
But we were like, this is all right, whatever. So we just did that real quick. He asked for a picture with his camera, then asked for a picture with his phone, and then was like asking like our friend that was with us on the tour to do it. So we've kind of like, we're like, here, just take these photos. You know, it's like weird. And at first, like,
Is
we were
he
just kind of,
in the photo with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank God. Imagine just us. It's okay.
Yeah.
Now pose. So then the white random piece of paper goes away. I pass it to Kate, and I look back.
I think
at
we're
the
done.
folder. We think we're done. We're like, okay, cool, man. Like, I'm sort of like, you know, we were nice. Like, we weren't like rude or anything because
Yeah.
you
It was
just
fun. It was
don't want
nice,
to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then we look at the thing, and the sheet underneath, it's photos from Kate when she was in her old band, which was from when she was like 16. So we were like, oh. So I just passed them to Kate. Here, your turn.
I was 16, 17, and 18 during that time, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of the pictures you had were
Those
from
guys
And
like,
he's-
like,
this
straight
guy's
up
a
16.
grown-
And he's how old?
He was like a grown.
He was
man.
like in his 60s.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
grown man. Yeah.
Yeah,
grown
50s
man.
or 60s.
And so,
Damn,
Leonard.
you done fucked up.
Yeah, so we were like, all right, we're
It gets
gonna.
worse.
Yeah, so we were like,
Joy.
Yeah, that's how it
Are you
felt.
gonna be okay with the cameras, or should we? You got to reboot. I can say
Oh.
the fucking thing.
Okay.
We're getting to the juicy shit. I don't want to lose any of this.
Oh, dude, it is so funny.
You would have got the story in if me and him didn't interrupt you with like stupid fucking phrases 19 times.
That's what makes
Apologies.
the show entertaining.
It's just, yeah, it's just fucking.
Yeah.
You know, if
That's
you
kind of the
if you
point.
set it up, we're gonna spike it every time. We have to. It's all we have.
That's what I'm here for.
Do you guys need another drink or anything before we?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'll forget the details.
keep going.
So
Luke.
was being a creep.
So yeah, so he
Creepy
did
Ben.
the, with the photos, and at first we were just kind of like, oh, that was weird. We've never been stopped in the streets before like that. So we were like, it was kind of strange. And the town looked like Derry, Maine, like in the It movie, like the newer one. Like it looked like that. It felt like that. Like it was just
Oh,
like, oh
shit.
god, I can't wait to just play and go home. So we go back. The show was just not fun. And again, this was the first show of a long tour that was just dreadful
already
for
ready to
us.
go.
Yeah, we were already ready to leave. So at the end of the show, he comes up with a friend of his. His friend was wearing like a motorcycle helmet inside, but didn't have a motorcycle.
Didn't have a motorcycle.
So like I was like, all right, cool. He's a badass. So it's interesting. I don't know.
What kind of motorcycle?
the
Was it
weirdest
like
shit.
was it like a black one with like the little point on top?
No,
like
it was the
the
thing where
Great
it came
Kazoo.
down.
Oh, like full.
Yeah. To talk to me, he propped it open and like just stood there and didn't say words
so
to me. He just
funny.
looked at me. Like,
Bro, what
yeah,
the
so
fuck?
He
It's the
asked for a
weirdest shit.
photo, and then he asked for a photo also on a digital camera, then on Wayne's digital camera, on his phone, and on
But we
Wayne's
were
phone.
separate. Like Tom was one. Like I was by merch and you were doing something else. So we
Yeah.
weren't even together when he was asking for the pictures. and
At
the
what
autographs.
point did it start clicking like something's fucking off here?
Right there.
Right now. So they come up to me. They bought CDs from while Kate was at the table.
So you got their
Yeah.
money. That's a win.
Yeah, it was nice. Again, he bought a ton of stuff,
He was
and he was
very-
cool
supportive.
online apparently, but we had never heard from him online, and we're very interactive with people on social media. Like we love to talk back and like get people's feedback when we release stuff. So we've never heard from him before. So it was like, okay, it's interesting. Maybe he doesn't use it often. Like we don't know, not sitting there like trying to just judge it when we had no idea. So we were like, all right, cool. Maybe he's just one of the silent types. And then we're going. What does he do? Oh, with the phone. So he takes a picture and asks me to sign the first EP. Our first EP had like a gloss kind of finish to it, which like we wanted to do the matte finish the first time because like it's weird. It had like a weird glare and the
Yeah.
ink would like kind of rub.
If you sign
Right.
it, it go like it doesn't stay on.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And he wanted to have it signed, and I was like, dude, actually, do you have that silver Sharpie that he gave us for the pictures
old
of Kate?
silver
Yeah, I was like,
Sharpies.
do you have the silver Sharpie from earlier? Because I'll sign the disc because you won't see it on here. It'll just rub off. And he goes, oh, dude, no big deal. Takes the CD case and rubs it on his forehead. His hair is like everywhere at this point. He goes, forehead grease. And I'm like,
That does the trick.
yeah, and I'm like kind of like, okay. So I take it, and I'm like, well, now I have to sign this thing because I need to see if that's true. And
Yeah.
the motherfucker was right. It works. Forehead grease gets rid of the glossy finish, so you could sign gloss cases. Like I was like,
And he's like done that
Jot that
before.
down.
write that
Totally.
down.
But then this motherfucker
This
doesn't
guy's
tell
innovative.
Me,
This
and
guy's
I
very
signed it with
innovative.
the forehead grease. It was
Yeah, she
fucking
signs it with
gross.
the forehead grease. I go, you know how you were able to? She was like, it's so weird that I was.
You
able
guys
to
are
sign
such
little
good
parasites.
sports of like every fan counts. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
you do. Yeah.
But
We
at
try
some
to be
point,
nice.
you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck this. This
This
can't be worth it.
Gets
Like,
worse.
No, so this is the
No.
point where that happened. Yeah, so that forehead grease thing was weird. The pictures of 16-year-old Kate was weird, but again, like she was in a band that was doing stuff on MTV and things like that. So like, in a way, like you do kind of expect some kind of
right.
interaction, I guess, but it's
Right.
usually you'd expect it from like a innocent child or something, like a young fan who doesn't know. You know,
Yeah,
they're
not a
just saying-
60-year-old
being
dude
nice.
like, hey, I got these pictures of this minor.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a little uncomfortable, you know. So it's like for the longest time we didn't talk about this because I didn't want to like disparage the guy. But then you think about how weird that is, and it's like it should.
Jack.
It was weird.
Yeah, but anyway.
Nick.
You sound like a nice guy. A little fucking creepy, but you're a nice guy.
Yeah,
Just-
again, very supportive. I just, but again,
Feel
this is
bad.
where it got weird. So he's like, oh, and he was like, you guys did your EP release show at the Brighton Bar and Lawn Branch, and we are like, yeah, we love that place. He's like, man, I've gone there to see Bon Jovi like years ago. I got a picture with him. Let me show you it. He goes, I can't wait. He's like, I'm so happy I have a photo with you now. I'm gonna add it to my collection. And I was like, we could have used different words for that, but
collection. I think
Cool.
I'm
I'm glad
like
I'll be
immediately
collecting.
thinking of like pieces of like skin, like in gold
Yeah.
member,
Yep.
like hair
Yes.
dolls, and like
Yeah.
a wall of asses.
just a
Just
strand
like
of
bunch of asses. You just got
Oh, I know
you're
you're stop.
wow,
in his crawl space.
wow, you just, yup.
Get the fuck out, dude. There's no way.
So he
This
goes
is
to
getting
find
good.
me. He goes to find me the photo of him and Bon Jovi, and as he's scrolling to find it, like as if there's only photos of his children.
You think
that
it
he's
would, you would
proud
think
of
it
as
was
pets.
dogs
I think it was
and
just pets. Like, oh, and that's my dog. You know, he's walking through. It was a whole photo album of porn, like just screenshots.
Holy
Fucked
fuck! It
up
was a
photos.
whole
Yeah.
ass.
It was asses, like straight up, like pulling cheeks apart, like asses.
dirty
And
ass shit.
yeah.
That was so
Like
specific.
rosebud, like
It was-
perforated. Like,
yeah.
Freaky shit.
Like
yeah.
shit that like I was like I had never wanted to see that much in my life. Like I was
is that me?
yeah,
Like a
like
picture
at
of
one
me
point.
and him right next to it all.
Yeah, so like we're
weird.
thinking like, what are you doing with those photos?
This guy like
You know
looks
what
at
I
our
mean?
face and then like swipes
Then
through
that's
the picture
their-
and then back and then
Right.
Oh my
So like
God.
yeah, that's how I felt.
yeah.
That's how I felt. I felt very like violated and kind of concerned. And then I was
And a little aroused.
all right, and a little
Don't
aroused,
lie to me.
yeah. Sorry, babe, I forgot to tell you about that. But no, yeah, it was a little weird. And that was about it. And we left, and I told our drummer Brian, and we were like, dude, we're just gonna stay and hang a little bit for like that last band.
He's
The
the
last band
most-
didn't support us at all.
Yeah.
Like they were like in the back, too cool. You know, we got cool guide the whole night.
Oh
But
yeah.
Brian is
And-
the most like quiet. Well, when he's with us, he's fun, but like he's really reserved and quiet. Doesn't say anything. Like goes with the flow.
He's
so,
great
Like,
with people too at shows. Like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
people want to come talk to him after shows, he's so cool. He's so friendly with people, like having drinks with like random
This
guys in
side
South
You're a
Carolina.
porn star named B. Phils. Of course you're.
Yeah,
funny.
you better be.
literally-
Yeah,
he
he's
fucking-
awesome with that stuff too. So
he beelined it for the van. He said, "Everybody get the fuck in the van. We're leaving." And he like made us all leave.
Yeah.
He was
Yo,
so scared.
instant dad move.
Yeah.
Like,
It
everybody
was.
get your
He's
fucking
the youngest
shit.
guy.
was,
He's like
yeah.
23 and like
Yeah.
was the dad of the whole group that day.
Awesome.
It
That's
was
Tim.
so
Tim's
funny.
always like Splinter. Oh, you're all like the Ninja Turtles. One of us. One of us would always have
I'm
the
in the
bad-
shadows just watching. Like,
The
One of
wise
us would have
man.
the
That guy, I
bad
don't know about that
attitude.
guy.
One of us would be the party guy. One of us would try
had
to
to
like
be.
take the lead. And then Tim would like
awesome.
not say shit. It's just like when Splinter spoke, everybody just fucking listened.
you listened. Yeah,
So that's Brian. Brian's like your Splinter.
that was Brian that
Yeah.
night. He was
So
was our
wise.
Splinter
So
that night.
wise.
Yeah, he was like, get in the fucking van. We're
Yeah,
leaving."
super wise. You realize that some
leaving.
60-year-old dude with pictures of asses and 16-year-old girls shouldn't be the guy that you're hanging out with.
No, and
I mean,
again, like, look,
those
like
people weren't 16. Just
No.
to-
You don't know that. It was
We
just
don't
an
know.
ass.
We don't. Yeah,
we don't know. You don't, but that's kind of why like I don't feel so
You don't
bad
wanna
talking
know?
about it because at the time I was like, man, I don't want to say something. He was still like really cool with us and supportive, but it's like, but dude, if you got photos like that,
Yeah.
like we
You're
don't
fucked
know
up.
you.
Well, you
Like,
could just
it's-
go to the URL in private and then like close out when you're done.
Or
You
just
don't
go to
need
the
this on
one
your-
picture you want to show them and show them that one picture, not just be like,
just
This is
find
totally
it.
casual.
Just find it. Yeah, he
There's
showed
nothing
it.
wrong with it.
Dude, I'm talking like 300-400 photos. It
Oh,
took him
damn.
forever to find.
that's how
a
shit
pic-
goes down in Mount
Just
Joy,
going
man.
out.
Yeah, apparently.
Nothing else
It was
to
just like
Yeah, right.
him and Bon Jovi like in the middle of all of this too. And then I'm just sitting there looking
That's
through it
fucking
because
Ass,
Yeah.
ass, Jovi, ass, ass. Story of my life, man. Jeez.
story of my life. So it was a very concerning moment, but that was our funniest moment, but also very creepy. but because it was so creepy and odd, it makes it.
So was that the
funny,
last time that you had an encounter with this dude, or did
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah, we
we
never
haven't
saw him
played
again.
in that area, not intentionally. It's just like for one, the show didn't go
You don't wanna
very
go
well.
Never
back?
again,
No?
yeah.
Don't make me come back.
Intentionally, yeah. No, the show just wasn't good. It wasn't held together the right way. And like when we got there, it was just like I said, the whole thing was a mess and in our control, and we had no idea where anything was. Like we'd never been there before.
Right.
So it was just one of those nights where it was like, oh well, yeah, good luck tonight, guys. You know.
Now,
so
when-
we were like, yeah, we'll stay away from there.
So when you guys were on that tour, when you typically go on a tour, do you bring like a roadie, a merch guy, or are you guys all like DIY?
Pretty much all
DIY.
DIY, yeah.
I'll do
'cause
merch.
So like if you would have tried to like punk Brian and been like, yo man, so gonna be our new merch guy. He's gonna hop in tonight, do the rest of the tour with
Yeah.
us. Like he wouldn't have bit.
he's our
No.
new driver. He'd be like, nope. He'd be like, I'm staying home. I'm not doing the
He'd
tour.
probably leave the tour if
Oh,
he was
man.
with us.
Can
Adam.
drum?
Cause, yeah, right. Find out. Oh man.
Beating something with all those fucking photos.
Doing
Jesus
something.
Christ.
Uses like real people bones, like instead of
Yeah,
drumsticks.
that's
Just
what
like,
it felt like, dude.
dude, is that a femur? What are you doing?
Where'd you find that? Oh, it's mine. But no, it was a very interesting night for sure, and that was one of the funniest nights that we've had.
Speaking of Bones and Brighton Bar, yo, is Chicken King still there? Has anybody been there? Have you
I
guys
don't-
played there recently?
No.
Remember Chicken King used to be like if you walked out of Brighton, like
Oh,
to the left.
the truck, right?
Uh,
the food truck.
No, it was like a
Oh.
little like chicken like shack. Like
Oh,
almost
I
it was
don't
like
know.
set up like the same way like a Chinese restaurant would be.
Yeah,
But it's
there's
just
like,
all like fried.
there's like burger, like chicken sandwiches too there, or
Yeah,
no?
I think it's called Chicken King. It's almost like
Gotta have chicken sandwiches.
She's like, do they have chicken there?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Chicken
That's
shack,
my
they got
favorite.
chicken.
It's on the left side if you leave Brighton. It's
You
on
ever
the
been
same
to Chicken
side.
Shack? The place with the burgers, right?
No, they have. There's a place over there. They have like good chicken sandwiches
Yeah.
and burgers. I thought
dead ass.
That might
I
be
swear
it.
there used to be a place called like Chicken King. Like if you walked out like to the left a little bit.
maybe.
That would make sense, and if
I was
it was
gonna
on the
fuck
same
myself.
side, if it was on the same
take your
side
burgers,
as
get the
Brighton
hell out of
Bar.
here.
Burgers. That burger spot. I guess that's the one.
I said chicken sandwich first.
That's true.
She caught herself.
One of the first YouTube videos was like chicken sandwich and some waffle fries. Remember that
Oh my
fucking
God,
dude?
yes. I used to love
Unforgivable.
that guy.
That
Oh,
dude
right,
no
right,
longer
right,
lives.
right, right. Oh, man.
That guy
so
probably
funny.
owns Brighton Bar.
The better. Yeah.
I haven't been
I
there in
love that
forever.
video.
When's the last time you guys played there?
Well, we
Right
did
before
our
this, I
right
think.
before this. Yeah, we did.
Oh, wow, okay.
September we did our last EP release show for Old Blues Modern Love, and yeah, the guys there are awesome.
Yeah.
They let us like
We love
do
it
whatever the
there.
fuck we
Yeah.
want. It's so cool.
Yeah. Dope
We're like,
venue.
hey, we're gonna bring lights and sound and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. And then afterwards, he's
make
like,
it a
that was
show.
fucking awesome. Yeah, he wants that. So
Yeah.
they appreciate it too. The venues appreciate when you kind of show initiative that you want to make the whole night an event and not
Yeah.
just like we were talking about before. Here's a stage, do your thing, see you later, kind of deal.
Let's jump right into this one. JRaptorVideo.com.
JRaptorVideo.com.
JRaptorVideo.com. JRaptorVideo.com. You want something filmed? You need a sex tape? You want a wedding? You want a podcast? You want to fucking videotape yourself making a ham sandwich because your kid don't know how to fucking do it and you got to go work 3 jobs? You call JRaptorVideo.com. Do it.
Do it. I mean, it's a good idea. That's all I got. You did it. That was it.
I just came.
Cut.
It came from the soul, man.
Nice. Nice. Next time, do it from the balls.
Oh man. So do you guys
encourage
utilize like all these things that you bring into your own act and use it as like a side hustle? Like will you do like sound and lights for other bands? Do you like actively try to collabo to help other bands? Like
We do more of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
more
We
of the
connect
collabs a
people.
lot. Yeah, lights and stuff I have zero knowledge of.
For a while, we were screen printing our own shirts and like shirts for other bands and
Okay.
people, and that just became a nightmare. We didn't have time. It was just like
Yeah, that was
it
tough.
was a
at the
big
time.
mess. So we stopped doing that pretty quickly. But that was like the only time we actually started a business that we extended that to. But yeah, lights and sound, we just kind of like have friends that we know are good at what they do, and we want to all
That's
kinda
awesome.
support,
A friend
have
of ours,
camaraderie.
our friend of ours, Lenny, he's in a band called June Divided, and he plays bass for June Divided. So we did a show with them once.
Okay.
Asked him to come out on the road with us in like 2018 or 17. He came out and played bass with us.
Okay.
And we learned that he was a lighting director at I think it's at Union Transfer, I think is the venue in Philly. We were like, hey dude, like the whole COVID thing was starting, his tour schedule opened up, and we were like, do you want to come do some lights with us? So he came and did that. Our friend Marianne is also an amazing lighting director too. So usually will kind of talk to everybody. And,
Wow.
Yeah, just really talented people we're fortunate enough to be friends with and get to play music with. And
That's so dope, man. You guys definitely get the whole networking thing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like looking back, like when I was in a band being younger, like that was the thing that like didn't register as much until you get older and you realize like you need it.
Yeah,
Like,
you didn't realize back then at all, and because we weren't, I don't know, at least my perspective back then was just like, I was just so excited to be on stage that I didn't care
Just
about
wow, we're doing it. Whatever fucking happens, happens.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens, and then things started to become a little more serious for me as I realized how much I really wanted it to be the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And when that wasn't coming from other people in like my corner, I was like, I gotta move on, and unfortunately if that means we don't ever see each other again, like I have to do this. And
so are you guys at that point, like are you able to live off of like what 18th and Addison is doing?
not just 18th and Addison, unfortunately, for right now, but we're working on all that stuff. Of course, we've got a great team that's trying to help us make that the reality, but we
write
just
for other people.
No, it's fun. You guys sound like you're hitting like every like facet of it.
Yeah, and somewhat like without really trying in a sense, because it's like sort of just stuff we like. Like it's not like we were kind of just like, oh well, we gotta do this because like or like we have to write for this exact person. It was just sort of like we love writing music, we like playing music. So if somebody needs a guitar player or a bass player or even a drummer, and we feel like we can accommodate that and make sure we do a good job for that artist, like just like we would want somebody to do for us, we do for them.
Yeah.
We make sure.
So like if you
we're
had
with
a
it.
group of friends that maybe had like a podcast on that they were filming, come help them out, like do an interview. Maybe if they were in a band, they're like, yo, we need some extra vocals. Maybe a guy and a girl vocal on the track or something. Like they could call
something
you,
like that.
They
word
could theoretically
to come
call
up,
you up. And be like,
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking.
right on. Just good to
and
know.
like this Tuesday at 7 p.m.
It was all laid out in the contract we sent you.
Yeah, you read
Did
it,
you get
right?
it?
You guys read it?
Still waiting to see that email.
It was the blank piece of paper.
Yeah,
It's $1,500.
A guy I know told me to send just a blank piece of paper for you guys to sign.
He wrote it for you.
Yeah.
Full circle.
That's your lawyer. He's your lawyer now. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing though, and you realize that too. If you talk to guys that are doing like hip hop professionally, like, and it's funny how many guys that are from old school 90s, early 2000s hip hop, where it's like we only know them as those rappers and those artists from when we were growing up, and maybe we saw them in like horror movies when horror movies started bringing a rapper into every sequel, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you saw that so often. You would think that like, oh cool, well fuck, all they have to do is rap. Man, that's awesome. But it's like, no, they're producing for somebody else.
Yeah. Dre, man. Dre is the best example.
You got to wear so many different hats because it's like, I guess, just multiple avenues for yourself, which, you know, if you do them right, could become other revenue streams too, so that you can afford to do the thing that you really love. You know? Like Brendan Urie, for instance, from Panic at the Disco. Like
Love
Panic
Brendan
was
Urie,
starting
bro.
to go like, not that they were going down at all, like because they definitely weren't, but for a while they were pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was blowing up on Vine, and because of Vine,
Resurgence
Panic
of Panic.
Yeah, and now look at him. Now he doesn't have to do shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he's just Panic at the Disco.
Now he does
That's
like Broadway
awesome.
and shit now too.
Yeah, he did the Broadway play, and it's so cool. And again, that he's an influence on us in the sense of, you know, like, do what you like to do, because it could lead to some cool shit if you, I guess, if you put enough into it, you know. And there are a lot of situations too where you could really like to do it, but it might not be like the thing at the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you suck at it, but it just could mean like,
It might.
maybe, but it could just mean like at that moment, maybe not yet. You
Like,
know? It's all, like,
we've talked a lot.
prioritizing.
We've talked a lot in like other podcasts about how like, oh man, like, you know, we reference a lot of like our old bands that we were in together, and we're like, oh man, I wonder what this would have been if like we would have just been more mature, like stuck it out. Like I feel like you guys are like the staple of like I could look back to of like everybody we kind of grew up playing with, and it's like you're still doing it, like, and you've learned and you've grown and you've matured, but you've stayed at it. It wasn't like, oh hey, I'm gonna take a 10-year hiatus and then look back and reflect like, oh, I should have done this. It's like you were learning as you were doing it, and that's why you guys are where you are. Versus
well, it's
us
a college.
being in a garage once a week.
Well, that was college for us too. That's like, I look at it like college for us. Like we had friends that went to school, and like after playing music, they went straight into school and tried to find what they wanted to do. But like for her and I, we had always known that music was what we needed to do and like what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We were doing it doing it professionally at like 16 and 17 though. So like we were pretty fortunate to be hooked up with people at that time that like made us really like gave us a chance, first of all, but also made us believe that okay, like you guys are obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
So we stuck with it, but also just kind of not wanting to go to college also, for sure.
But sometimes that's like, you know, the motivation behind it. Like, if you ever hear like Travis Barker talk about like covering with like tattoos, like, yo, I'm gonna get job stoppers because now I gotta fucking make it with music.
Yeah, I looked at them like that too when I first started. I was like, I'm not doing anything else. Like, I don't really do too well with like, I need you to do this and do that now, and you don't do it right. Get out of here. It's like, nah, I don't want anyone else being in control of like my livelihood. Like, that's just how I always kind of looked at it, and like I always viewed music as like the ultimate like freedom. And there's so many avenues of music too. I think a lot of people, which I was 100% guilty of, was I only looked at being in a band. I was ever like, I want to be just like enter whatever name you can think of that
Shikari.
Shikari. I want to be just like them.
Just set it up.
Like,
I went to Sandman.
There you go. Sandman.
Right. You mainstream fucking loser.
I don't even like Metallica. That's
just literally.
Do you even know who Enter Shikari is? Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were nuts too. I saw them live once on accident. I was just like stumbled upon a side stage somewhere, and I was like, these guys are out of their minds. So entertaining, and they still sounded really good too. I'm like, man, I gotta start like exercising. but yeah, like things like that, and it's that's all I wanted to do is just play and pretty much emulate the bands that I liked, and that was all I wanted to do was just be in the band.
Yeah.
But then you start to realize, and something her and I like kind of had like a harsh reality of when we started 18th and Addison was just like we were like, no label hunting, no looking for management, no looking for PR or any of that stuff. Like, I don't care. All I care about is like we need to be our own label. We're gonna do our first couple records 100% on our own. So when something does take off, if something does take off down the road, we have this entire back catalog that we own 100% of. And that was just something we saw. NWA, the Stones.
Yeah.
Like,
well, think about it, man. You sell 25 million copies, but you own 0.00001%. Versus you sell 25,000 copies, but you own 100%.
Right.
What's more marketable? You know what I mean? Like,
and at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we would always rather it be us, the ones that are engaging with an audience.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention too, like it stands for something when you do talk to labels, because they can't just shit on you and like take advantage of you, because we're not just like young kids or
not
just
naive
kids that like don't know what they're doing. So we have, you know, the groundwork done to where it's like, well, we really don't need you. We just need your money.
It's almost like going on Shark Tank.
No,
like, yo, like, you got to pitch me the offer.
No, it's true. It's
I'm
like
going to be
Shark
okay.
Tank,
I'd like to grow this with your help. But if you're not speaking my language, like, I don't need you. I'll just keep going.
Yeah, well, and there's never any bad blood. Like, we've been in those shoes in that position where we've kind of, you know, we would talk to a label that we really wanted. It didn't pan out. Okay, cool. No bad blood, whatever. It didn't work.
Yeah, it's got to make sense on both ends.
Maybe it will in 10 years. So there's no sense in being like, oh, well, then fuck you. You don't understand my vision. Being like all like sensitive. It's like, and as musicians.
I'm an artist.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
Don't get me started on the other guys. We'll be here all night long. You got to let me fly
Here
on this
we go.
one.
I'm gonna need another drink.
About as much as a penguin. But yeah, like
but that's also why we love our label. Shut
Before
up.
I keep going, yeah.
Shut up. I cut you off on purpose.
It's just like back to the serious talk. I don't care. Show the fucking pictures on phone. Anything. Get out.
Anything but Tom quoting the other guys.
Oh,
I
man.
already just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the reason why we picked love our label is because he's a good guy, the owner of our label, and he believes in good music and good people, and that was to us more important than you know, some of the
all the other
that
shit
you really need, you know.
And we were arguably the most un-punk rock band on the label. They're a known label for
what
being,
label
like,
is it?
Wiretap Records. They're like known for being primarily like punk rock type of stuff.
What would you say like are the bigger names on that label in that genre?
Audio Karate is on
Karate
there.
was just signed to them recently.
That's a dope name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a sick name. And and then they just kind of weren't really looking for something with our style that was a little bit more like pop influenced, you know, and doing stuff with like sampled drum beats and things like that and synths, and it wasn't really happening yet. So he was like, are they sure that, like, he asked us, was like, are you guys sure like we're a good fit? And we were like, man, like, what a cool dude to ask that, you know, because like he was looking out for us, like, why don't you guys actually try to hit up this label, and that label? Let us know how it goes. And that attitude alone for us was just like, you know what, like, no, we kind of want to work with you guys on this one then, because just the fact that
no one tells you to
out,
go to another label and like
look
and
for potentially
something.
you know, because what if we did go to somebody else and it was this massive explosion and then he's
Yeah.
like shit, you know, but
Yeah.
like not that was the case, of course, but it's just a matter of like the relationship to us always kind of means a little bit more. Like you want to kind of establish something and then see where it goes after that. Like that's on the band anyway. Bands think when you get signed, it's, you know, it's like I like the comparison.
Oh,
It's
that's
like,
it.
Yeah, like oh cool, I don't have to work. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like people like they like for instance people who won't listen to a certain thing that's on the roster of whatever label you can think of. It's like, so when you buy a box of cereal, do you eat the cardboard and throw out the food?
Cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard.
Cardboard.
You know, yeah, it's like you
Aardvarks?
don't. Like,
I
you're
love
not gonna eat the box. Yeah, yeah. Do you just eat the aardvarks? But it was just a strange mentality. Like
Yeah.
to us, like I always kind of. But again, like we were doing all the groundwork ourselves anyway, so we were like, we know that this is on us.
Yeah.
You're here to help us
Right.
have another voice involved.
Just take it to
Aid
the
and
next level.
assist.
Yeah, right. And
More or
we're
less,
just,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that was it.
Leveling up is our goal with this band, to just keep leveling up and
That's awesome.
basically do whatever we can
To
do
stay
keep
like
it going.
driven to keep growing, but also be
Right.
content and enjoy the moment that you're in while you're there.
Yeah, I just think
Which is
people,
hard.
like, it is hard because you, especially for me personally, like I set such high goals for myself at a very young age, and I
Yeah.
didn't reach those goals at the age that I wanted to, and that was like a rude awakening. But my rude awakening came at 18.
Yeah.
You know, like most people's rude awakenings come when they're like 30s, 40s, and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like,
I just got mine yesterday. so.
I just got mine yesterday.
this is hitting Google. So yeah.
But I was just really happy that happened young, you know, because then now it's like, okay, well, I got to fucking smarten up and figure this out.
And it's a good thing you did, because if you met
Peter.
when you were like 18, shit could have went
I wouldn't
very,
have come home.
Yeah, right.
Probably not. Very differently.
I don't know if I can handle this life.
Yeah. I don't know if I could
Are guys
do
like
this.
this everywhere? Like,
All right.
Yeah, it was like that though, and you know, you kind of start to learn and then lay the groundwork out, and like Kate said, then you have the mentality to be able to kind of just enjoy it on any level, but you got to make the most of it too, and that's why we do so much. And it does look like we're always constantly going, but it's not always 18th and Addison.
Yeah.
You know, but we're happy that it looks like it's always 18th and Addison, because especially during COVID, we'd hate to just look like it just went, you know, to the ground or whatever. So.
But like 18th and Addison is like the band, but it's almost like you guys are like a conglomerate. Like 18th and Addison is like part of the whole. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
Entity
it's
of
just the
itself,
one that's more in the forefront.
Yeah,
The
it's the
name
one
that's
we've
stand-
pushed the hardest. We've
Right.
had it the longest, 6 years now.
2013
14.
or 14.
14. We were never
We're
really
terrible.
sure. Something like 6 years, 5, 6 years. So like we were always pushing that the hardest. But yeah, like we'll branch out and play for other bands and start other projects. Like she did What's Eating Gilbert. She was out with Chad Gilbert from Newfound playing guitar for his side project.
Oh, no shit.
And that was right at the beginning of 18th and Addison.
Yeah, we almost broke up before we even got started.
Yeah. I don't know
Holy
why.
shit.
Like we were like, she's gonna be on tour forever and it's gonna be
It's
crazy.
like a 2-month tour.
It's like
a
2
month
months,
tour.
and then it was like, oh yeah, this guy's still in Newfound Glory though. Like, chill.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But
That's
he's
still
been really
dope,
cool
though,
too.
man.
He's
Yeah.
You
really
guys are
cool,
like
very
doing
helpful.
like the real shit, the tours, the recording, the
Writing and
business,
stuff,
the business
yeah.
relationships, everything.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are doing it.
Yeah, not all of it you want to do. Like, nobody wants to do all the businessy stuff because,
Yeah.
of course, like you just want to just be the guy in the band and have fun. But
Yeah, but
it's better you than somebody else doing it and having control of that.
of course.
You know, so that's why like we love our managers too. They really get us, and everything's extremely hands on. They don't take on as much for us as they do for a few other
Yeah.
like clients, just because some of the other clients don't have to, you know, or
Right.
maybe they're busier than we are. And
Right.
some of them might just not know yet. You know, they're learning now with the help of them. And if that is the case for those artists, like you guys, they're in really good hands. So for us, it's cool. It's more of like straight up teamwork rather than,
Yeah.
you know, we want to do something, make it happen, or
Yeah.
you know, them just being like, you guys got to work hard.
That's all. It's just like so organic and
Yeah.
real, and it's got to be like such a like ease of mind.
Oh, it's awesome.
Like I'm
They're
sure it's
just
a lot of
us.
like stress and work to do it all yourself.
Yeah.
But the finished product, when you're like, yeah, but we did this.
The payoff.
Yeah.
The
That's what I
payoff
was just
is-
gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah. The payoff is much greater than when you just like somebody makes it happen for you. Because that's the position I was in before this band. Like I was again with like the MTV, and not that they aren't a cool thing to do, but when you're 16, it's great and it was an opportunity. But I was just given everything. I was given a tour bus. I was given the tour set. I had no idea how to do anything.
That
myself.
sounds terrible.
No, but no, I don't mean to sound like that. I don't mean to
fucking-
sound like that, but like
Oh, I was giving a tour bus. This is fucking awful. It's not what I want.
no, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like it was when I got to this band, I was like, I have no fucking clue what we're doing. Like,
Yeah.
he had to teach me a lot of like the DIY ends of things because I had no clue. I was in a band before that MTV band but we were just like fucking around having fun.
Yeah, yeah.
This was like the first like serious thing that happened. But again, it was like everybody did everything for me, so like everything was just like, okay, cool, like.
But it's cool that
awesome.
like you've lived out on like both ends now. I would
Right.
imagine that's gonna be awesome. Because like you've seen the one side, you've seen the other, and a lot of crazy shit in between. I imagine so.
It's really helped us like make this band what it is too from both of our experiences, because we have a lot that we didn't want to do again, and like mistakes that were made that we said like we're never gonna happen. We're gonna take that and make sure that this band learns from that mistake or that experience or whatever. And I believe that that's part of the reason why our band's been so successful, like in our eyes.
Right.
Just because we've been able to share those experiences that we had individually, and we were both in kind of totally different circumstances, but still doing it on the same level at the same time.
Still very similar.
Yeah.
Like I got hooked up at the time when she was doing that. I got hooked up at the time with somebody who was starting their own production company.
Okay.
And their own label. So he was kind of trying to make us like the flagship artist kind of thing. And we didn't really know what that meant. Like, none of us had been in like the business end of it, and we really weren't okay with admitting that our band was becoming a business. Like, we kind of felt like we were kind of ruining something that was just like really fun and genuine. And like I said, it was that band
That's always
we
the
were
fear,
just
man.
kind of we thought we were like, oh my god, this is it. Like, we're like, and then there's that pressure of like, well, if we fuck this up, we're done. You know, and it's just so stupid because we're so
Going
young.
to prison.
Like, you're not. Yeah. Well, it was a crazy.
I feel like
crazy
people
build.
like feel that way about like everyday life all the time. Like how many times you see like, oh, we're such good friends, I don't want to date because it could ruin it. It makes it serious. It's like,
almost kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
And it was really strange because it started to cause a strain on me and my best friend in that band. Like, we were, like, even our producer at the time, when he was leaving the band, he left before it all ended. So we had got like another, a little less than a year after he left, and like one more EP without him. And I got like a phone call from our producer. He was like, dude, are you sure? Like, look, he's going to do what he wants to do. You can't make him, you can't change his mind. You got to let him feel this out. But like, he was like, you know, he was like, you guys are like brothers. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to understand the band with someone else playing his part.
Right.
And I was just like, oh no, well, I'm thinking I'll just sing. Like, it'll just be me singing now. I'll just be playing guitar and singing. I'll have another guitar player. It won't be a 3-piece anymore. And it worked for like a little bit, but you could kind of sense like I was just like trying to like beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Like just trying to keep
It was
this thing
wearing
moving,
down
like,
on you too. Like,
yeah.
I feel like you were just, your mentality and your mindset was changing. It was just like, because at that point he was still in that band when we started dating, and I could tell like it just wasn't fun for him anymore. It was almost like a chore to be in that band. Like, at least that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, it became very tough, and the songs suffered. And then once the music suffered and that creative outlet, like, you know, when you're trying to write and there's just noise and distraction in the house.
Yeah.
And now it's like your whole train of thought's fucking thrown off.
Yeah.
That's why we all, like, at least for me, I write at like 3 a.m. or like in the middle of the day when like everybody's silent and just not around, you know? So it's like, it's the distractions are almost the worst part. So it's like, that's how it felt all the time. Like, there was just too much distraction. And then I would get so frustrated because it wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
And then it didn't come out the way I needed it to. So then it was like, I'm done.
It
Like,
just snowballs and like, all right, this was shitty, but I'll try to make it better. But it made it worse, and the more I fight, it's like quicksand. I'm sinking fucking deeper. Like,
yeah, that's all it felt like. It literally felt like drowning, and I was looking at.
But you
like,
fought through, and that's why you're like, you know how many people say fuck this at that stage, and that's why
everybody else did. Yeah,
why they're not doing what you guys are doing.
Right.
Now.
Well, everybody else did, and I did think about that. I was just like, well, if I stop right now, you know, like I'm definitely not going to have a chance. You know, this is stupid. So I was just like, that'd be ridiculous to stop. I think I quit my job and we started 18th and Addison.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah. When I got done with that
like a month later or something.
other thing, I was like over it. I had been so like, again, it sounds ridiculous because I did do a lot of great stuff, but like mentally it just beat me down to the point where like I just wasn't happy. I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
And after that experience, I was like, I don't want to play music anymore. So for like a year, I like didn't do anything. And this is when I think we started like talking or like whatever.
No,
and
we were dating at that point.
Yeah, at the end of the
Told
year.
you we were gonna do it, bro. We're almost there.
we can't even
We
keep
can't
track.
keep track
We
anymore. It's
can't
been
keep
10
track.
years.
Fuck.
Yeah, this year will be 10 years.
What else happened with
Ben?
Oh, he's here now.
Yo,
Come on out.
What would you do? We're like, guys, we got a special guest for you. Like, comes out of the backyard, like from the bonfire. It's
I
like,
would run
all
away.
ashy as fuck.
I don't know.
Like a talk show. That'd be so funny.
Yo, we gotta find this dude.
Connor.
If you're out,
Robert.
You are the father.
Call in.
yeah,
Michael.
hit us up. Get your ass on the show.
Yeah, and all those other asses you got pictures of.
Bring them all.
I can't believe the wall of asses of all things.
I know,
Guessed
right?
it before.
I
I
can't believe you
said it.
said it, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's fucked up that someone
So crazy.
that like I talk about being actually exists.
Yeah, right.
it's like when your jokes come to life. It's actually like, ooh, no.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
no, dude, I was
fuck.
kidding. man.
Guys, damn.
Yeah, no.
Joke.
It was a joke on purpose. Did I manifest this?
Yeah, right. Fuck.
But yeah, I mean, it was that was like around the same time. We were already starting to date when I was leaving that band. But like those experiences brought a lot too, though. Like
Right.
from her just going out with What's Eating Gilbert for a couple weeks, and you know that to us, like she would text me like just how things were going while they were out there, and just through her texting me and explaining like what was going on the road, I was just stockpiling information for how to run our own band, because Chad runs What's Eating Gilbert extremely independently.
Yeah.
Like he only just took a record deal from Hopeless Records for like his third or fourth release or something like that.
Oh wow.
And like obviously, you know, he's got newfound glory. He doesn't have to do that project. It's just fun for him. So
Right.
It's like 50s-esque, like rock.
Oh, no
it's
shit.
really cool.
kind of modernizes
awesome.
it. a
We
bit.
like
I was
dress
gonna
up.
say that.
We dress up and everything. It's weird.
Yeah. It was
Dude,
so
I'm
cool.
like this.
I do some shoops. but I
Yo, do you really
play
get a
that.
shoot?
A
Oh,
lot of shoots.
But
Yo.
I play guitar.
Chihuahua
when I
Wallas.
do it.
yo, that's
There's-
fucking
It's
sick.
it was me and
Yeah.
another girl
It's
who
really
do
cool.
shoops and
Oh shit!
keyboards.
I've been
Nice.
telling you
That's
about the
so
shoots for
dope. Yo,
fucking
we
months.
gotta
bro.
put this
we did that shoop song.
Yeah.
Was that, is that the name of the song? I think it's called the shoop song.
Getting
Look it
in
up.
burgers at Chicken King and shit.
Yeah. It was
I don't
sick
know what
though. And like she would text me all these things that were going on, like how he was just kind of handling things, how their tour manager was handling hotels and gear and things like that. And I was just
Mental
like I said,
notes.
just stockpiling ideas.
Inside
For like I'm like
scoops.
that makes sense and that sounds smart and
Inside
that's
shoops.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
Scoops and shoops.
Yeah, that's it. It was cool. And even from MTV, like she got done with that whole thing. It was a peaceful split. The split with the guy I was working with was peaceful, and he still has our backs today. Like he's one of
Wow.
the best guys on the planet. Still has our backs, and loves 18th and Addison. I think more than the project he invested in. Which I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't do this one sooner.
Yeah.
You know, like I wish like that was happening for you, like with you now. You know, but he was always really supportive, and you know it led to some cool stuff too. So it's like all those things again, like you said, if we stopped and did some Facebook announcement like
Yeah.
I'm done forever, you know, like
25.
yeah, we
Or
we
whatever
wouldn't
were.
have gotten those little emails like, hey, here's this guy who's great with branding and he can teach you a lot about marketing your music and
Right.
then like the difference of marketing your band and then promoting your band, because there is a very different job there. Bands like we as artists and the musicians, we promote,
Right.
labels market. So it's like you should probably learn how to do that so you understand everybody's job.
So
you know?
much.
And it's
Seriously,
fun, you know?
I do. I'm like all ears. So I'm like, fuck, man. I wish I knew a quarter of what you guys know. That's awesome.
I mean, it was, again, a lot of it was pretty overwhelming, but it's so fun because then once you do understand it, it makes your life easier too. So then, like, kind of going back to what you said, it could be stressful just being the two of us, which it can be, but at the same time, we understand what our managers deal with day to day.
Right.
And not just with us. We know that they have other clients. So, like, we're not selfish. We're not demanding your attention all the time. Our booking agent, same deal. We're like, look, we know you have other artists and we're in the middle of a pandemic. So, no, I'm not going to text you every day asking for
Yeah.
updates because there is none. So,
Right.
I understand, but I'll still check in with people and, like, we'll text everybody and make sure everyone's doing well. And we understand what our lawyer goes through and we understand all that stuff. So, it makes the job less
Well,
stressful.
dude, the fact that you guys have that maturity, and I feel like in any relationship, whether you're married, whether it's your best friend, it's a work setting, whatever it is, it's you don't fully understand. Like a lot of people, I feel like are reluctant to walk in other people's shoes. And once you do that and you see what they're going through, and they do that for you, those are the best relationships because now they're appreciative of what you're going through to get where you want to be, and you're appreciative of what they're going through, and it just makes the whole relationship just work that much more cohesively.
Well, now there's respect.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's like I think of like a foundation of honesty, respect, and like just really solid communication, which we've always laid out there. Like when people come play with us, we're like, look, all we're asking for is that you communicate.
Yeah.
And when you show up to play, like you fucking play.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Again, it comes
Like,
down to character and just
if you're gonna-
making sure somebody's a good person, you know?
Yeah, if you say you're gonna do something, fucking do it.
That's just it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And that's really all we do. It's like we stick to our words, so we expect other people to do the same. And so far, everybody we work with has.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone who hasn't, we've weeded out over time, and it does take time because you don't see it all like right away.
Right.
You know, so it's like it takes a minute, but
Well, you guys showed up tonight, so that was fucking
showed
awesome.
up,
Like, nice
yeah.
job.
We were early
yeah.
too.
we were.
You guys were early.
Punctual as fuck.
Fucking A. Which I never am. That's why we do it here.
Right.
Because it seems like the only way Roger's
You
not going to
cannot
fuck this
be late
up.
because you're home. Yeah.
He just comes in like, will pull me out like, dude, can you finish up in the shower? Like, let's go. I'm like,
Yeah.
you ever shave another man's back? You want to?
Yeah,
He
do
hops
you
in.
wanna? Because I will.
That's it.
But no, and it worked out, and those things too. Like Kate, coming from the MTV situation, she kept in touch with the guy who was like really championing what she did.
Yeah.
Who he didn't actually like the way MTV team was trying to kind of help, like portray what she does.
Right.
He spoke up. Isn't working there anymore, and now he's working with one of the biggest labels on the planet,
No shit.
E1, which is like all music and movies and books and
Damn,
audio
dude.
stuff. He's he's primarily works with Ace Frehley,
Holy
which
fuck.
led to her and I co-writing a song for Ace.
Wow.
So it was sick, you know, and those are just relationships that we've been fortunate to keep because it's good people and people who kept in touch. And it's like you see that where you're like, dude, this guy's rock and roll.
Dude, you
Hall of
guys
Fame.
are
you
fucking
kidding
rock and
me?
roll. Like everything you're saying, that shit's fucking
Yeah.
rock and roll. That's awesome.
And it's like you said, though, people are reluctant, though.
Yeah.
A lot of musicians are reluctant to try to learn this stuff because I think guys like, like Gene Simmons, for instance, like kind of made like the musician who is also like kind of business minded.
Yeah.
Gave him a bad name, but it's not a bad name. Like I mean,
Or like
maybe his
Lars with like
personality's
the
weird.
gold plated Shark Tank, like the South Park episode.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
I think people see that and go, "Oh,
I don't want to
bad.
be that guy. Fuck that. Yeah.
Right. And it's like,
But there's ways to do it and still be ethical
you
about
can
it.
still be cool.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sure like everything we see in the media, like I don't believe anything I read
No.
on Facebook, anything I hear on fucking YouTube or whatever. It's like if it's not coming straight from the source and I'm not in the room, I don't know.
But you are. So everything that you're saying here is legit for all the listeners.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
this
yeah.
is like the only thing you guys. This
Unless
is the
you're
only,
full of shit.
I'm
Yeah.
just spitballing.
I'll bet
Sam.
you got pictures of
I actually
shit.
haven't
on
been
his-
in a band.
Just being real. If there's spread cheek, bro, you know there's at least a little
There
fecal
was
there.
worse than that. There was like
Some
you told me
scat
there's
shit.
some.
You
Fucking,
got the shoops. You got some scat.
you said there was worse than just that too. There was just like
Did I? I thought that's all I saw.
No,
I
you-
might have blocked a lot.
I don't
out.
remember,
Yeah.
but you were.
For
I
yours.
remember
We're gonna
there
turn
was
this
more.
into a therapy session.
Yeah. Well,
You're
I was
so,
about
I'm so
25.
happy. He was
I'm
the
so
only
glad
one
you told us
saw
that
it.
story because like there's at least like 10 references in there about it now.
Oh, it's just gonna keep going, and I'm glad.
Me too. See,
it
is
was
it
a
good to get
scary
it out?
moment. Yeah, just it feels so good to just let it all out.
Oh man,
I said,
Bill.
you
didn't
done
say
fuck
it.
these kids up, man.
Luckily, like it's like due to like just I think growing up so desensitized by like shows like South Park.
Yeah.
And you grow up listening to Eminem and shit like that and Blink-182. Like
Yeah, and you're like,
you
eh.
don't really you're just kind of like
And Rotten.com.
Oh man, remember Rotten.com?
that.
Holy
I had never heard.
fuck.
Of. That I had never heard.
Dude,
of.
they have like crazy. Like there was like one dude who was like squatting like crazy amount of weight, and like his whole asshole like blew out of his body.
Oh.
Yeah, like
Like the Pain Olympics.
yeah, it's like shit like that would be on there. Yeah,
Oh. Pain Olympics. Did you ever see that? shit?
that's where we're at. We're trying to get endorsed by Rotten.com.
That was like the first website of like
Fucked up
what
shit.
what people thought was like the dark,
dark web, yeah.
Just because it had like pictures of like people's like
Feces.
like it had like a picture of like JFK like after his head was blown up or
yeah. I think they have like
Tupac's fucking
yeah.
thing and Marilyn Monroe's like what do they fucking call that? Autopsy.
There you go.
Really? Wow.
I thought you said Mad Lemon Rhodes. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Marilyn Monroe.
Mad Lemon Rhodes. I was like, I don't know what the fuck
I went-
that
my
is.
head
I'm
went straight
letting
to-
him roll with it.
New
My head went
song.
straight to Marilyn Manson. I'm like, what was he doing?
Something messed up.
What wasn't he doing?
Yeah.
Yo, Solimar.
Yo, Solimar.
Solimar.
This one's Solimar. Facebook NJ. Facebook.com/SolimarNJ.
It's not solar. Sol.
You know-
Mar. Sun and sea.
You like stuff straight out of like
Not Compton.
local tribes from Ecuador.
You guys like that stoner hippie
You know
look with
what's-
all like the knitted wool shit?
You know what it is, though?
It's super comfy.
How many, like, I don't know if you can name them now, but how many times have you been watching a random movie or a show and they'll be like, they just say Ecuador?
Yeah.
They reference Ecuador in some way.
Okay.
I always wanted to make a master YouTube video of all the references of people saying Ecuador and stuff. In Knives Out. They do it in Knives Out, that movie.
See, you would, like,
Bunch
you're
of
way
shit.
more of like, you know how I'm always like looking
Cobra
for new
Kai,
music?
the main guy, the main kid is from Ecuador.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. We're coming up.
Fuck,
We're taking over.
I got to find that. You got to send me those clips.
Yeah.
Like, yo, isn't the Galapagos is part of Ecuador, right? Galapagos Islands?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Place to score. Yo, we got to go. Band trip.
Band trip.
Let's fucking
go to the homeland. We're coming. Here we go.
Yo, we're playing for the tortoises.
For the tortoises and the monkeys.
Fuck, man.
So yeah, Solimar, we got you know that boho look, that hippie look. You know, you want some bags, you want some Ecuador Panama hats, you want some.
You want to be a fly ass motherfucker in an Ecuadorian style?
Yeah.
Then just
you know, like that guy who always walks around your block and he never wears shoes, but he's wearing a pretty dope boho like hoodie or something like that.
Hobo.
Like, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to be like that guy ever, but I do want to know where he got that hoodie.
I'm that fucking guy in my neighborhood, man.
Yeah, that's you.
Fuck, that sucks.
Where'd you get that hoodie?
Fucking Solimar.
Solimar and Jay. Facebook.com/Solimar and Jay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. So I got one like off the wall question for you. Gonna hit you one way out of left field. So because you guys are obviously both so integrated into music, both as individuals and together, for the wedding song, how hard was that to pick? Did you guys write something for it? Did you pick one?
We picked one.
Yeah, we went with Green Day.
Yeah.
No shit.
When it's time.
Yeah, they had a song.
Was it like an easy pick for you guys? Or like,
yeah,
this is
we didn't
it?
even think about it.
That
really.
was pretty easy.
No shit.
Actually.
I would have thought that would have been like, oh, I want like this.
We argued about other songs because I wanted to walk out to like fucking DMX.
Yo!
She was like, we can do that, but the edited version.
Which I really want.
Fuck that. I was like, unedited. None of that Walmart
Not
shit.
Even because of like my family, I felt worse for his family. His family was like reserved than mine, so I was like, I can't like do that. But yeah, the wedding song was really easy to pick. We kind of just like.
It's such a good song.
We wrote a song like called "Minutes Like Fireflies" that's on our last EP that we made. We put our wedding video to that song.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
that's really cool.
To have our wedding video as like a music video for ourselves, we were like, that's sick.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah,
that was actually our label and our management convincing us to do that. Too,
that's
we felt
really
a little
fucking
corny
cool.
at first. Like we were like, we really want to make it look like we're marketing and
Fuck that.
promoting
But
our
so
wedding.
there's
And,
such
like,
a small percentage of people that can do that. The fact that you can, why would you not?
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it was too like I proposed to Kate on stage at Warped Tour. Like,
damn,
on, like,
okay.
the main stage at Warped Tour, so it's like
baller ass
you
move.
already let people in.
Yeah.
And that's what they said. Like our manager was like, "You're kind of an asshole if you don't." And I was like, "Oh." Like,
yeah,
that's
like
how
you
he
gave
talks
us
to us,
the
too. It's
gave us
really
the
funny.
trailer. You're not gonna want to see the happy ending. Like,
yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Because we didn't really want to. I didn't like. They were like, "You guys gonna be recording, filming, posting anything?" I was like, "No, my phone's going on airplane and it's going in my suitcase until we get to Disney for our honeymoon.
We didn't even,
I'm not looking at my phone."
Yeah.
We didn't even hire like a videographer for that day, and then like they brought up that idea of like filming it for a music video. I was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
do it.
Yeah, we needed like a little. This is probably
I'm glad
a
we
piece of
did.
us. I was like, that'd be cool, but like, do
See-
we want to do that? And then they were like, you should.
It felt like a marketing ploy at first, but we were like,
yeah,
let's
like,
just do it.
But you guys are so genuine, like as people, that like I don't think that any of your supporters would have looked at it as like, oh, these fucking people just marketing it. It's like they wanted it. Well, you gave them what they wanted.
We've been
they
together
liked
10
it,
years.
which was
Before, we were together 7 years before we even got engaged. People knew we
Yeah,
loved each other.
you're
at
totally
that
fine.
point.
That shit's
like,
dope.
It was so fun. And again, like we got engaged on like the stage at Warped Tour. Like it's kind of like,
What state?
all right, if you weren't showboating, like
was
we were in
Jersey.
Jersey.
It was Jersey,
yeah.
kinda.
We did it in Camden.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
I'm only
in
fucking with it.
Camden. Like the
Yeah, if
bay
you
just
break, if you
smelling
don't
like
mention the
it.
Warped
Yeah.
Tour part, we got engaged in Camden.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
and that's as
Only one of us
romantic
got
as I
shot,
get.
so.
Yeah. Well, then the DMX quotes it really made sense.
Yeah,
It would've
right.
been great.
You should have used that shit for like your vows instead of the song.
Right?
Straight out of Camden.
And your vows. Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
That's a great DMX. That was a great.
Do you
DMX.
say I do? Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
What you really want? Shit, just to get married.
So good.
I just want to get married.
That was so
dude.
I would get him to officiate.
Yeah.
Oh my
next
God.
time.
Next time
But
we
it
get
was
married.
yeah. Next time we get
Yo,
I kept
renew
saying
your
that,
vows.
too.
Renew
When
your
we were at
vows
the
and get
wedding, we
DMX.
walked into the reception area and it looked all like really nice and beautiful. And like as we walked in, I was just like, oh, I was like, babe, this is awesome. Like we did this shit. But you know what? Next time I get married, I'm gonna change that.
You know what?
It's
Let's
so
get
funny.
divorced just so we could get remarried
We
and
said
try this
that.
again.
Oh, dude, it was so
Funny.
fun.
He wanted to get married like the right way, and I was like down to go to the courthouse. Like I was like, I don't even
I
care.
wanted, like a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Not that I didn't care, just like I never thought I would get married anyway, just
Yeah.
in general. And then like
Me neither.
he convinced me that like that was the right way to do it. I'm really glad we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. But yeah, we did Warped Tour in Camden, and it was cool because that was like my parents.
You guys know we got engaged at Warped Tour.
Camden, yeah. But like, yeah, we did it in
We
Camden.
get it, guy.
It was cool. Yeah, dude.
Guys, they got engaged at
know.
Warped Tour.
Yeah, in case
Or
you
married at
didn't hear
Warped.
it.
Engaged? What?
Yeah,
Never
in
mind.
case
Did you get
didn't
married
hear
at
it.
Warped Tour too?
Yeah, on the side stage.
On the side stage.
Parking lot.
Yeah,
Awesome.
before doors. But no, it was cool. Like they like with that date, it was my parents' wedding anniversary, so that was like
Damn.
crazy timing. And then it was also that exact venue was the first venue I ever saw a Warped Tour at.
Holy
so
shit.
it was insane that we got like that date specifically blew my mind. So I was just like, I was gonna do it in Nashville. We were on tour. I was gonna do it in Nashville another time.
Thank God you didn't. That
And
tour
we
was
did
bad.
Oh, it was so bad.
She's like, no. Based on the tour alone, no.
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna
It's
have
like-
to say no, and you have to do it again later.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, this sucks. So I'm definitely not doing this. And then that opportunity came up about a year or two later, and then I was like, oh, fucking doing this right now.
I got to get one
Yeah.
more of these in. So fucking on Wayne's phone, he had pictures of Warped Tour and Cam. Like, yo, here's where you guys got fucking
This one
engaged.
behind the stage too. I was like, how'd you
What
get
the
there?
fuck, guy?
How did you get there?
Weird guy, Wayne.
You were
Weird guy.
sneaky
Now I feel
guy.
bad for Wayne. We
Nah,
should
he's
have given
alright.
him a different name or something.
I mean, you only use the person. It could be Wayne Brady. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Be Lil Wayne.
He knows.
Nobody
he
has to
knows
know
who
if
he
it's
is.
a made up name.
Yeah.
Imagine if it
No
was
way,
Lil
could
Wayne.
be anybody else.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be sick.
It would make a lot more sense if it was Lil Wayne with all that ass on his phone.
Like,
Right?
as
You are a
should.
rapper. Free
as
pass.
you should. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're just some like dude kind of wandering the streets and all that, that's far more questionable.
Yeah, it was definitely
It's
very
like,
interesting.
Where did he even come from? It was like a dead end, like not a dead end, but it
It was
was just
in
like
mountains.
a random ass. Yeah.
Whatever. It was
Anyway.
interesting.
And then Jared appeared. And all
Yo,
was-
can you
all
guys
was lost.
write one song just called
Isaiah.
Yeah, that's it.
Name it
Isaiah.
Brady and just imply that. That's
There you
what
go.
it is.
Yeah, then
Tim.
Brady's got an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, all that stuff's like that. That was like the last funny story. Everything else has been actually scary, like scary stories.
Oh,
Like when
yeah.
I found
Ooh,
the-
it
I found
is
the
coming up
bloody-
on Halloween.
Yeah, I found a bloody plunger once in a bathroom. That was terrifying.
What?
Yeah, like
Like
Brian and I like.
bloody, like
yeah.
murder scene.
Was the handle the handle?
Yeah, right.
Was-
just oh god,
the
this one's
handle
killing
bloody?
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the handle.
The handle.
was bloody
means it-
and
And
just
then the
went
cops
up
stopped
something.
us after.
it was scary as hell.
It
Yeah,
was pretty-
we left and we were like, we got to get out of here. So we left.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, we made a turn that the GPS told us to make, and we went down this road where it was like a fucking fleet of police with vests on and everything, and they were like, "Where are you going? Where are you coming from?" Like we're like trying to go home. We're leaving like North Carolina or South Carolina or something. We're trying to go home, like back towards like New Jersey. This is where the GPS said like you can't be here. And they were blocking off some NASA location or something too.
What
and
the
I was just
fuck?
like, "Tell me what got loose.
Yeah, right.
Is it real?"
Anything I should be on the lookout for, officer?
Yeah, right. Need my help?
And then we were from Jersey though, and told us to turn around and leave.
Holy
So we
shit.
were fine.
She's like, you need to go. Yeah.
Then there was the other time where we were on like an acoustic tour. We were just like doing it in like my
I
car.
always forget about this.
Yeah,
one.
and
Yeah,
we
toured in a Kia.
We had
That's
driven.
It was
awesome.
actually really fun.
It was fun.
Was
yeah.
it an Optima? That's like the
No,
or a
the Kia
Sophia?
Soul, the worst thing.
Oh man.
No,
Worse
it's
for,
actually
like,
the
a guy
best.
as tall
Shout
as
out
me.
brought to you in part by Kia.
Sponsor.
So we had driven like I think I drove us like 5 hours to and I don't drive like that. Like I hate driving at night. But finally got to this rest stop. There was a guy that like we couldn't shower or something. There was what was the thing with the guy?
One of the bathrooms was just out of service at the rest stop or
Yeah,
something
but then
like
this
that.
guy like moved his car, like the janitor of the place like moved his car next to ours and like brought out this big thing of bleach and was just like it was just a weird
But like
situation.
looking at me like she was
Somebody I don't know in bleach is like, no.
Yeah, like,
No, but
we
he was
walked
scary.
in. Like the guy walked us through where the bathrooms were, and he was like, "Well, I'm working on these right now. I can't let you use these, but I can bring you around
He
to the
probably
side."
just killed somebody.
And he let us use like a different like private bathrooms that were already closed for the day or whatever. So we used those, and we were like, "Okay, sweet, thanks, man. Like, have a good night." Go out to the car. She's already fallen asleep. I'm in the passenger seat, like starting to fall asleep, but I start watching a movie on like the phone. I'm just sitting there watching Netflix. This car pulls up of all the parking spaces, pulls up right next to us,
Yeah.
and like right on my side. So I look out real quick, and it's that guy, and he's just like straight eye contact, not blinking.
Holding a big barrel
No,
of
then he
bleach.
gets out, goes around the back of his truck, takes the two barrels of bleach out, and starts walking towards the building again. Which I'm like, okay, maybe he's just got finished cleaning or whatever. Like that makes sense. But why did you come all the way over here if you were parked on the other
Empty
side,
parking lot,
which
like-
was the same distance from where you have to go, just on the other side of the building, you know?
Yeah.
So I look in the rear view, and he's walking behind there, still looking at our car with the bleach. So I'm like, This is a little fucking weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're
Do
thinking
you
to
think he
myself,
was like equally as sketched out by you guys, and that's why he
I
was
don't
trying
think
to
so.
like?
We were really nice to him while we were like
yeah,
in
he was
there.
very,
He was
very friendly. Yeah.
But then, are you?
But then,
talking about the
then I
cops?
woke up Kate because, of course, as I'm sitting there, there's another fleet of cops
going up the
driving
opposite, like like it was an exit to a
Like off, like, a
highway.
freeway,
They were
yeah.
going up the wrong side of it to like go catch somebody. Now I'm fucking like
This is
into
like 10 cops.
I'm
all
into
their
like
lights
murder
on. Yeah.
and like all that kind of shit, like all this podcast. Like I listen to all those murder things.
Okay.
And so I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep until I know what's going on. Now, wherever we were, like, you can pull over on the side of the road and just, like, sleep in your car. Like, you didn't have to
I
go
think
to
it
a
was
rest stop.
Virginia.
Probably. Makes sense.
She does make sense.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So, but we were like,
Pretty
I was
sure
like,
it was
I'm not
there.
doing that. I don't trust that. So I drove us a little extra to go stay at this rest stop. Well, I look up, like, what's going on live in Virginia or whatever, and I find out that a couple driving a black, didn't say Kia, but like a black car similar to ours, matching our descriptions, our ages, got shot in the fucking head on the side of the fucking road that was 2 minutes from the rest stop we were staying at.
What the fuck?
It
Crazy.
was
What the fuck are the odds
crazy.
of that, right?
Damn,
I
yo.
said, fuck this, we're getting out of here. I drove us another 3 hours to like somewhere. I think we were closer to Georgia because
Yeah,
I
you
like
got
drove
through
us
Atlanta.
You guys
and all
got
that,
snuffed by
yeah.
fucking
Oh my God, I got out
creepy
of
Ted.
in the plungers, bro.
Yeah, yeah. That's a new band name right there.
Alex.
Creepy
Owen.
in the
Well,
bloody plungers.
The two people that got shot, they were in a band called 19th and Maine.
Oh, God damn it. Should have known.
Yeah, it was
They made a
crazy.
wrong turn, huh?
Those bastards been
19th
ripping us
and
off
Wayne.
for years.
19th and Wayne, yeah.
It was
Yeah, that-
crazy.
that
But
was
the funniest
nuts.
part, too, is the cops came up one way, which is already the wrong way to go up. All went down the street. And we were like, oh, that was weird.
That dude with the bleach was tweaking because he's the one that killed those other
Yeah,
two
right,
kids.
he's freaked
And he's
out right
like,
now, yeah.
yo,
They're
I
still
just
alive.
fucking killed him.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, how did they get
That
here?
dude's freaking the fuck
How
out.
did they
Like,
come back?
I know I just cleaned this shit up.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yo, you
Oh my
imagine?
God.
Freaking out, yeah.
Holy fuck. That
That
dude had
is
to be.
definitely what happened.
That dude had to be shook, man.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
funny. But
Holy
the best part
fuck.
was the cops coming up the wrong entrance ramp. They came up the exit ramp, went down the street, disappeared, and then came back like as if they were like, ah, shit, wrong turn. Like all their GPSs were wrong. It went back to the highway.
I just was
Kate and I
surprised
were
I
watching
found
like
it like
this.
online, like because it was happening right then. Like there must have been a helicopter or something reporting it, and
Holy
I found
fuck.
it. I was like, we're
Crazy.
gonna fuck out of here. Like,
That was so crazy, but like, what are the odds of that? Like, what a weird situation to find yourself in. And you're just sleeping in a car, so you're like, after that, I kind of, oddly enough, I slept like a baby.
But my adrenaline was like, I was exhausted from driving the first half of it, and then we were
Yeah.
gonna sleep a little bit and drive some more, and he would take over, and he was like, I don't care. I was like, I care. Like I don't want to freaking die tonight. So I drove us like wherever we were, but
Like, we'll be
it
fine.
was nuts.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Optimally, if like one of you died and the other one lived on to write songs about it, you'd probably be fucking like
Yeah, loaded.
global.
Hey, the greatest art comes from pain.
It really does.
I always say like we
It
need
sounds
to
so
do.
pretentious.
It really does.
The greatest art comes from the deepest pain.
Bless you.
Namaste.
So I'm gonna start greeting people. Please.
Thank you.
We always say we
Prayer
have to do
hands.
something like we have to go to jail for something and be
Yeah,
relevant.
One of these days.
What is this?
One of these
Even
days.
Here's
like
hoping.
Airheads, like where they're like live from prison alphabet.
Right? Oh my
That
god.
would be
Yeah.
awesome. I ain't farting on this snare drum.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Oh man, classic.
It was so funny.
I'm running out of card space, so we got to wrap this shit up.
All right, so what do you want to leave the listeners with? What's the most? We know you got engaged at work.
Yeah. Would you like me to reiterate?
Time to
if
move
you
on.
could.
Let me reiterate.
Get over it, man.
Tony.
Get
Warped
over
Tour.
it,
The
dude.
question is, where are you getting divorced?
Yeah.
Oh fuck,
Ozfest.
Wally World.
Ozfest, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
No,
get divorced at Ozfest.
Bite
You got to
each other's
keep the
heads off.
W's
Yeah.
going. You got
buy
fucking
a
Warped
ticket.
Tour. You got
Dylan.
Yeah.
like how like Dwight's got
Weddings.
Beats,
What else?
Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
No, but I
Get
think
divorced at someone
Shoop
else's
scoop.
wedding.
I
Shoot.
think that's really it. We're not. We're just writing right now. Go on our Spotify and check
What-
that out.
What are all your handles?
Yeah.
Everything is pretty much just 18th Addison because they won't let us fit
The N.
all the letters. We got way too long of a name. Yeah. Ampersand.
Addison is
Ampersand.
double D. And
Double
the Addison.
D.
ADD.
Double D. Yes.
ADD. Okay.
Yeah, they
That's
won't
us.
allow us to. Yeah.
Ad is on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they won't allow us to put the whole band name on Twitter and Instagram, but it's the same handle on there. And then YouTube stuff like that's just 18th,
18th
and
Addison.
But our
Okay.
website is 18th and Addison.com, and that's
Spelled
like all
out,
of our
not the
stuff.
and symbol.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our
that
merch
has
is
all
on
merch.
there. All the music is on there. So
What's your favorite piece of merch?
Oh,
You guys got nice
the
hoodies?
New one.
We just made a bunch of new
We
stuff.
just made 2 beanies and a new shirt. So
Ooh, okay.
the beanies are
Beanie's
just
perfect for this time of year.
18th
It's
and
awesome,
Addison,
yeah.
and then there's one that says "Who the fuck is 18th and Addison?"
Yo, that's dope.
Well, now they know.
Yeah, that's the sneak
All
peek.
50
We've
of
done
them.
different versions of
We have
the.
50 people watching. That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
We did like a bunch of different variations of the Who the Fuck is 18th and Addison shirts too, like different ink colors and stuff like that. But I love this one the most right now. It's yellow with like
Yeah.
a black ink print. It looks so cool. I love
Dope.
it. I
That be
want
it?
one for myself at this point. I'm like, I'll wear it.
Love to check that shit out, man.
Yeah, it's
It's
cool.
awesome.
It's fun stuff.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing everything and
Yeah.
telling us all kinds of fucked up stories about
Yeah.
our buddy.
Oh,
I don't even want to
more.
say his name anymore. We've said it enough times. We've
Yeah.
gotten enough attention.
Yeah, yeah.
People are like, I don't remember
Clear
that
that
band's
phone
name.
out,
That
man.
Dying at home right now.
Clear your history, bud.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck, man.
not trying to be like a
Clear your
mean about it,
conscience,
but come
too.
on, man. That is creepy.
Nah, you
16-year-old
listen. To be
kid.
fair, you guys didn't do anything wrong to his
No.
name. We did. So, like we'll take that all day. No problem.
Yeah, let's just say 16-year-old pictures of a 16-year-old.
Wait, and
Jason.
if you want to come on the show, just drop us a fucking
A pic.
contact below, or
Yeah, there
you
go.
know, direct
Yeah,
link
clear it
to
up.
all your photos.
This is becoming the Howard Stern show. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
I will take that compliment if we could do
Yeah.
anything close to fucking Howard Stern, bro.
Yeah, right.
I love him. We both love Howard Stern.
I do.
Yeah. All
right.
right. Thank you guys for
Everybody,
having us.
everybody, pick a word that you want to be your last word to sign off with. Ready, go.
Carl.
Clock tower.
Two.
Oh man, wouldn't it be
That
one?
might be one word.
Like in Back to the Future when he's on top of the clock.
Save the clock tower.
That's good.
All right, what do you got?
I got another.
I was just gonna say.
actually,
I was gonna say fuck.
fuck is always.
Fuck
always the
clock
best
tower.
word.
Peter.
Perfect way to go
That's
out.
how it works. Yeah.
David.
Go fuck the clock tower now. and he goes, That sounds good.
And with that,
We're done. Thank you, 18th and Addison. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Our first
That's
guest
awesome.
ever on the show. All the
Tom
same
and Kate.
bullshit. Make sure you, Tom and Kate. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell your friends. 18th and Addison. Go check out their
go
song.
buy their merch. Go check out their music.
Time Bomb and Leeches.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Thank
Right
you
on.
guys.
Leech therapy for
Arthur.